the people. In our culture, usually we value people so much. But most especially those ones you're going to meet the first time, most especially those ones, you are getting connection with somebody else. So consider you as a bridge. If I didn't meet you, I wouldn't have met them. If I didn't meet you, I wouldn't have seen all the people that have been here. And if I did meet you, I may not have met others that I'm going to meet in the future. So with all this said, I want to quickly make an introduction. He's a parent of one of the children you see, the one dancing with your boys. He likes being here. He tells the parents, I want to go see my brother. He's a man of grown wing, in refugee camp, since he was young, and then we found ourselves together here. We've done a lot together in the organization I told you, Siota Youth Organization. That's the wife. This one here, it's another man that I don't understand how we're connected up to now. I started with him when he was young. I was still the same size. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But he was young. He did a great work in the community, taking refugee children to school by force.
In the Congo? Or here?
In Uganda.
Okay.
Yeah, so he is one of the people that started the primary school, nursery, primary. How many schools? How many classes do you have now?
Now we have 6.
So we started from kindergarten, and then primary. From primary now they have 6 classes, of which UNHCR was not able to do. We always told them, with education, we can find our better future. We don't need to continue begging. We want to create, we want to frame our future. You're trying to frame it in a way you understand, but we live in it. We live in it, we know best what we need in our community. So he has been one of the initiators of that. And MC Joel, you can see him there. He's a man who started singing together in a refugee camp. We met in a refugee camp when we were young. I launched my first album. He said, DJ, I think I can do. I can also do. He did the same. Then when we came to the US, I was in Arizona. I didn't know he was born. I didn't know I was born. I was looking at how are my people? Where are my people? I came to realize he's in the same city, Tucson, Arizona. So we connected again. We reconnected. So when I moved to here, Papa, the time I was telling you I was moving, he did not afford being there by himself without me. I did not afford being there without me. So we found ourselves here again, together, in the same field of music, in the same field of building the youths.
Oh, he was in the video.
Yeah, you exactly. Come on, Papa. Come on, Papa.
No, I love y'all video. And I really love it. Be like, 2 o'clock in the morning,
yeah,
I roll over and y'all singing. I'm like, okay, it's at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, so yeah, we are soldiers of 24 hours, 7 days.
Y'all got a great following too.
Yeah, so, and then Mack is a very good guy. But I remember when he was younger, when I met him, I was like doubtful to welcome him. I'm like, please, do I know you? Please, can you do introduction? But because when I left, he lived in Canada before he came in the US.
Before he come over here?
He lived how about 8 years. So the 8 years we again met in the US a year ago.
No, y'all left Canada and came here.
Dayton.
So
you left Canada and came here.
Dayton though. Not just US
Dayton. Oh, no, you're right. Dayton.
Come on.
Lord.
Why you forget that?
The funk is somewhere around here. I just ain't seen it in a while.
Yeah, so and then he's the one now helping us to publish, to let the community of Africa know how we are dealing with the situation here. Sometimes they're stressed. They're wondering how the situation is with us here.
Okay.
The elders we left there, and the elders we do have here, like him, you see, he does not speak English, but whenever we're doing activities for the youths and for the community, he's always with us there.
Okay.
So he's like our eye. Whenever we have him, we have the whole control ourselves. Whatever we forget in our culture, he's there. He says, you know what? Here, it's no good. Even young
He's
children.
an elf.
He's our elf. So there are a few others that did not make it because it was a short notice. You would also see them. So I'm trying to show you how valuable your time has been here, to see all this collection of people, see the children, how happy they are. Like I said in an interview, honestly, I and him have tried with music, trying to entertain people live on on social media, on Facebook and everywhere, that this has become another extra thing that in your life. I'm proud to say I cannot just whisper, I can loudly say thank you very much. And thank you means add more. So let me not talk more. Let Kalinda say something and Joel briefly, and we'll hear from you as well. But we are proud to have you on this table.
You know Yemi? My father is from Lagos, Nigeria. So that's the American side. So if I talk about in Nigeria, I'm a Babalawo. Also, my family is royal bloodline there. So I'm Prince in Yemi. But I don't use that here because it's America.
I know.
Welcome to America.
Don't lose it. Don't lose it here, Prince.
I'm a visual artist. I consider myself an artist because I've studied martial arts, culinary arts, music, dance, visual arts. You heard of DCDC, Dayton Contemporary Dance Company here in Dayton?
Yeah, I heard of that.
I danced for DCDC when I was a child. I danced for the American Ballet and the Dance Theater of Harlem in New York when I was a child. So I've been doing like music video art and dancing in videos since I was 5 years old. Yeah. Until I graduated from college, then I went and graduated with a bachelor's in studio art, doing drawing and painting with an honors thesis in 3D design and logo design. So 3D modeling, like stuff you see on like ESPN with a helmet spin and stuff like that. And like the big Cletus and all the animated stuff, that's what I do. So what I'll be teaching the kids here is, since they're so young, I'll start with the basics, making sure that they can color in the lines, you know, so that they're not scribbling. Make sure that they can do basic shapes. And for the advanced kids, I'll get them into, you know, advanced stuff, being able to do your backgrounds for your music videos or all the clothes in the video, you know, do the shirts. What we did during the summer was, you see the white mask that he gave out?
Yeah.
The final project, I had the kids design on the masks, and they also made t-shirts to match. So they ended up with outfits at the end, like a mask and a t-shirt. Yeah. So that's, any questions or?
I think
I filled it in.
maybe after introduction of others.
Okay. And then I played every sport too. So.
I played soccer and volleyball.
Shaq, you wanna go? Go after you.
Marlon Shackelford. I've been doing, I call this ministry. This ain't just work, this ministry for me. And I've been doing this a long time. Long time. I think I have a 501c3, that's a non-profit. And I started I was in high school in 1987. And my mother raised 64 foster kids. So that connected me to this type of work. And so I've been doing it since. And so basically what I do is this program is called Neighborhood Kids, and we actually bring in the program to the neighborhood, especially when you got a lot of young people in our community, they're not connected to the school. So we decided with this program is to actually bring it to houses. So like this is the house, and we love this because y'all involve family. And I love one of the things that he said when we were talking about just working with his kids. He said, no, I want to add other kids in the community, other kids from the Congo. That's why we expanded this, because normally we come and work about 5 or 6 kids, right? And here I think you had like 11 or 12 kids. So this is something that we just do. I literally, during the pandemic, I've been feeding about 1,500 families a week. But I have a team of like 8 people. I'm doing this program in like 5 different places. So it's just a way to give back. Give back, and then in giving back, move it forward. It's not enough just to give back. It's not enough for me to just look back. I have to look back and then look ahead. The Sankofa burn. All right, so it's not enough to just give back. If I'm just giving back, that's nothing. But if I'm moving them further than me, or farther, that's something different. So I'm excited about this. Met him. It's my son from the Congo. What do I say now? Met him, and what I love about the Peacemaker is he got the same heart as me. That's what made it so powerful. Because every time I talk about trying to help him, he mentions y'all, whole family, all of y'all. I mean, no, I think that's so awesome. I've never heard him just talk about his family. His family is extended family, as we call it here in America, or a blended family, which means everybody. And that's what's so powerful about this. That's what's so powerful, to invite everybody. And so it's open. We're going to be bringing programming here, I know, until December. And then what'll happen is we'll look at what we're doing. And then if we have to restructure, we'll restructure. Right? But so like maybe, and I'll let him know like 2 or 3 weeks, the trainers, they will be breaking it down with the kids. We just gave like, okay, here's a summary of what we're doing, but we're actually going to break it down where the kids will be at the table. You see, we brought the tables here. They'll be at the table for an hour. Not just them sitting, no, they must learn. They must learn. And we do other stuff too. I have a lady she called herself a cooktician, right, with foods, and she does 30 different countries. And I met her in another city called Bahrain, which is here. She wants to come. I got a psychologist wants to come just to be a part of the conversation. I got a person that does economics. They want to come. So we're really trying to branch it. So if they won't teach us in the school, we'll be taught here.
Maybe before she talks, I'm sorry, Papa, I must say this. The way I met him from the refugee camp. He may not understand that, but the real network that brought him to me, in a refugee camp, that is in 2003, that's when I met Melissa through Golden Bridge, that came to Ceuta to meet the youths. And the arts I was doing music, dance and drama, youth leadership, community building stuff with him, of course. That's when I met that Melissa. Melissa called me in Colorado when I go to the US for another camping, summer soul. So then I met Paul Hill, the elder. So when I met Paul Hill, when I was moving here, I told them I have felt I need to move to Dayton, Ohio. There is something pushing me to move to Dayton, Ohio. And then when I met Paul Hill, because I went to visit him when I was getting here in Cleveland, finding a house, finding a school for my children, and then he's like, no, don't worry. I met him and Melissa the same at the house, Paul Hill house. Then they're like, oh, you in Dayton we have someone. We have another papa there, don't worry. They gave me his number. Giving him a number, I tried to call, some issues happened, with network issues.
You got a cheap phone.
Come on. we better get expensive one.
Like that one.
Get a cheap phone.
The day one, we met on table. I was like, what is this again? When I spoke to him, when he heard from me, when I heard from him, we just felt we were like twin brothers. We just felt like we're parents of each other. We just felt like we are one soul. We just felt immediately connected. So in that same way, that's when I came to meet the commissioner and many other people I've met in Dayton, Ohio. I've made life not just for me, but for many, like I've always said. Yeah. So, Papa, if you never said that, I must say that. Please.
Yes, I was going to say all of that.
From the refugee camp to here, we are still together. So, maybe I forgot to say something before you say it. He's, at the moment, as Joel and I stand for the youth. Of course, those ones in school, those ones not in school, those young ones, like you see these children, Joel and I have been doing the same program in Arizona. Now since you've come in, you're very welcome to help us push even a bigger mountain, see as many children as possible. And then he is standing for the students. He stands for the students, refugee students, not just in Dayton, but also around, that we came together as refugees. We're trying to find opportunities for them. He is graduating this December. We want him to be a role model. We want him to go back to them, show them the way he has made it. He doesn't have parents here.
Wow.
He's by himself.
Wow.
But he's graduating. So we want him to be kind of a role model to these other students that are feeling sometimes they need to give up. After high school, they think that's the end. So he has been standing for that, and I want to value that. I want to recognize him in front of you here, that's something I never say.
and we need to hook him up with Matt Joseph.
That,
When you had a problem,
Yeah,
Matt,
yeah,
you need
so-
to meet our Commissioner Matt.
Yeah,
Now,
that's-
I really
that
don't know
would
what our commissioners do. I'm still trying to figure that out. They talk, but when it comes to the immigrants,
oh,
but he know.
that one went to
I'm telling that matters.
refugees.
Matt, so I need to introduce Matt. He would love to tell your story. He would love to know because he is very passionate about what's going on when it comes to immigrants. He really, really is. I mean, he'll get my vote just because of that. Because other stuff he's doing, I don't know what he's doing.
And he helped like upkeep the Welcome Dayton. I was telling you.
Oh yeah, the one that took me.
Yeah.
I work with him on the. I'm a member of the Dayton Sister Cities Committee, and he's the chair for that out of the commission. So have you heard of the Dayton Sister Cities
Yeah.
Committee? Okay, yeah, I'm a member of it.
Those are the networks I need to see.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
need to go in and see what it is.
And he would-
You in now? I got you.
He would
We
have.
need to be, not I. We need to be.
I got you.
He would have came today. I didn't know he was doing it this big. See, I thought we were just coming for the kids and let them introduce themselves to the kids. But he would have actually came. And whenever you want Matt, you can let me know. Matt would
He's
come.
there.
Our mayor would
No.
come. But Matt, when it comes to this community, Matt's more important. He would come. That's what I like about Dayton. I'm really from New York. But I've been in Dayton so long, so I'm from Dayton, New York.
Okay.
I'm from Dayton. I've been here. I know. Put me in the Bronx right now, I'd be so confused. What is this? What is this? Where that building come from? When I was in the Bronx, it was burning in 1977. Bronx was burning. So around here, I got a real good connection. And now it's even bigger because I try to put myself strategically in certain positions. And so around Montgomery County, my name is pretty well liked in Cincinnati and Columbus. So what he's saying, the elder Paul Hill, that's my mentor. And let me tell you how it works. He told me, he called you, what's your name? Mahanga, say it. I call him DJ's son, DJ.
Yeah.
Say your name.
Mahanga.
I knew that, Mahanga. Look,
Nation.
he told me, I got one. This is what my mentor told me. I have one of my sons there, take care of him. That was it. He didn't have to tell me nothing else. You know, he didn't have to say go. So I found him. I tracked him down because he said, I want you to take care of him. That's how that came about. I wouldn't tell y'all that story.
I know.
But, yeah.
Those spices make the conversation interesting.
Yeah.
You will do that.
Yes, please, sister.
So my name is Darshio Kaur, and my family's from India, from Punjab, and I was born in England. But
Hope Street. Okay. Okay, I don't know.
You got to look with the dancer.
No, it's another group. Well, what it is you want to be specific. You know, you want to be specific. Like 10 things that can help. When I say family, like I'm talking about the people that you can immediately touch. Like, cause you might have to be from the Congo, live on the other side of town. But if you don't have a relationship with them, I'm not talking about them yet. I'm talking about just this family that you can call to order, like we need y'all to come, and they're here. And then let's bring him in, give him the list, because it's a lot of resources that y'all are not even getting. Like I had to make calls for him when he came with the house. You know, they're trying to get him. I said, oh, you call
That was
Matt
too hot
Joseph.
for me. Yeah.
Matt called, hey, what's going on? I mean, sometimes you need that pressure. So come up with those 10 things, and then Matt will come back. I mean, Matt will come, and then ask Matt how can he assist. Like I had a lady, she was from Germany last week. I also do Moraine. Like the same team, I got another team in Moraine. And what I do when I went to Moraine, they live in trailer homes. I recruited the professionals from Moraine because they live in that community. I didn't need them for that. I needed the professionals there. And whoa, you'd be surprised. They said we didn't know they wanted help, huh? Y'all didn't know they wanted help, and they in Moraine. We thought they had their own culture. Oh, this is the same culture. Oh, y'all whites. Y'all, this is y'all community. I mean, that's how I talk to them. Right? And so what they did, I got a team of like 9 people. right? End up getting a grant for them, and they're working. They're committed like this group is. But what we found out, they had no relationship with their commissioner or mayor. So we wrote a letter, because there's always a writer in the group, and the commissioner and the mayor next Saturday, we're doing this. You know, he made this big. We're doing that in Moraine. Moraine, I got 51 kids. And so the commissioner and the mayor is coming, and I said, what can we do now? So they're coming, and they're coming to write down how they can help them immediately. And the mayor said she was embarrassed. She said, I thought everything was okay. I said, and you the mayor? They make 50,000 over here. They making 10, and you didn't know so. But the mayor, here's the thing. Here's the thing in America. You gotta push America to do what you need.
It's every government. It's every government.
Okay, because you think you're gonna sit there and they gonna just do it? No, they're not. You gotta push them.
Yeah.
So what? Listen, the mayor got scared of Moraine. I told him, tell him you're gonna bring 50 people to their commission meeting. That mayor rushed and called back. Who's the black guy that's causing all the problems? But then that's not a problem because Moraine is small. When they said that, Dayton got the most in this area. They called my mayor. So when they called my mayor, Mayor Nan Wade, that I love because she totally supports me on everything I do. Call him, so oh no, we support him. And then the police force like, oh, we know Mr. Shack. He works. His street soldiers work with us. So then she said, oh, I didn't know you were so prominent. All right, I'm not that prominent. But what I'm telling you is that what do we do now? The magical word. So if y'all can put that list together.
Yeah. All right, I think DJ, it's my turn, right?
It's you, please.
Okay. Maybe before I prepared my talk for the kids. So I'll just I got a few copies left. Some have gone, of course, but I think we share with them a copy if possible. I'll start from remind me your name.
Darshia.
Darshia, okay. In case you forget about what I was saying, brother. I'm gonna be going.
Simeon.
Senior.
Simeon.
In case you forget about what we have said. So, Papa.
Brother Shack.
In your honors, Papa. In African culture, when you are giving something to, especially the elder ones, we have to make sure that we stand.
Oh, wow.
Thank you so much, Papa. DJ, I think also you will have a copy.
That's fine, Papa.
And then for the rest of my guys, for me, I have the soft copy. I think you will also have these. And then, in case I forget, Joey will get from.
We have.
Oh, I can get you the soft copy. First of all, thank you so much, and thank you so much, Gigi, for inviting me for this interesting and wonderful table. More importantly, thank you so much, Papa.
Malone. Who are you?
In your honors, all of you, I really thank you so much. By the name, I am Ndayambaje Kalinda. Simply go with Kalinda.
Kalinda.
Yeah.
Kalinda.
I'm 28 years aged. I look a little bit baby, but again, I'm that old. I'm a political science major and a HLD major, which is human resource development at the university, Northeastern University in Chicago. It may sound weird, Chicago and then Dayton, how comes? So that's where I'm finishing it from because that's where I've been staying. Although I moved now to Cleveland, I'm in Cleveland, but whenever DJ says, hey Calendar, hey, you know what, there's here, I just make sure that I'm at the door to make sure I save him or saves me. So that's how I work out things with DJ since we got here and even back home in Africa. It was 20 years when I left my country and I went to Changwa Refugee Settlement where we stayed for 20 years plus. With some still staying there with a lot of problems, of course, in regard to life in the camp. But from there, it's where we have landed that it is only through coming together that we can do impossible things. And with that kind of spirit of togetherness in the hardships of the camp, that's where I and the DJ will have come to be as brothers when not even blood brothers, or even going beyond to the extent of like we're like blood brothers. So that spirit of togetherness. I'm so glad that DJ is has tried his level based while I'm trying to work on the issue of education. DJ is working on the issue of what about these who are not going to school? Don't we still need them? If we don't need them, then who are they to us? And if we don't mind about who they are to us, don't you think again these are problems, or it is a problem to us? That's what I'm glad for DJ being on the other side. What I'm trying also to pull and push every child to go to school, not only having started from home, which is Africa, but also after getting here. So those are things that we still find very relevant to our life here as regards to integration in the life of the United States. Because if we cannot do that, then there is no future for us in the United States and even around the world. Because if you try to see those who have tried to make changes, these are people who have gone at least to school. At least those who have gone to school, including the entrepreneurs. When I say entrepreneurs, I don't leave out the art industry. You see what I mean? So there is all that kind of like connection. That's why I say, no matter how I'm in the side of education, I still need to work with DJ. I still need to work with Joe. I still need to work with anybody who is doing something, as long as it is not criminally based. And that's what, no, honestly, as long as it's not criminally based, I'm ready to work with anybody because we need everybody. Like Martin Luther King said, if you cannot run, walk. If you cannot walk, run. If you cannot do whatever you can, crawl. So whatever you can do, that little thing, do it. But for the betterment of your society. And the society of America needs us, no matter what. And the way it needs us, that's the way we need it to. So how do we need to approach this society of America, which needs us, and which we also need through the commissioners? I'm glad you mentioned all those, and that's why DJ, when you told me about the people who would be present, I was so much pleased to put my G my leg on the brake from 9 to 3 hours. He called me yesterday. He called me yesterday and I was like, okay. I'm just coming.
He came from Chicago.
Wow. So,
Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Yeah. Chicago I stayed. That's why I stayed for a long time of being here for my 5 years and 3 months. For my 5 years, so 3 months in Cleveland, 5 years in Chicago.
Okay.
Now I'm counted as Ohio. Cleveland, yeah.
So,
but don't be surprised when I'm getting here to Dayton as my settlement. Given all these kind of like needs that we need to meet the commissioner, we need to see how we can integrate. Perhaps even I need to do my master's from here because I'm graduating this December. So all those needs, they need me to relocate to Dayton there.
Hey, where to?
So being very brief, I think some people would like to go. I would like to emphasize this. We have the Department of Parents, we have the Department of Art, we have the Department of Education. All these departments, we do not have the fundamental resources. However, I would say fundamental resource first is the brain, our brain, which we mix, and then after mixing, we come up with solutions. However, we still need your hand in, the government in, because I consider you the government. So we, the people, we welcome you, the government, for any support. Which kind of support is this? There is, of course, there is the cultural integration. There is these school opportunities, in other words, educational opportunities. Like me, I'm finishing my university, but I don't have a sooner hope of masters. I tried to apply for scholarships, and my GPA is good. I have 3 point something GPA. It's not bad. I can be recommended to most of the universities for my masters, which I need to, because to fit in the United States and to have your voice heard for the other people representing, at least you must be at the level of understanding of America. That's why I need to do. But again, how do I do that? Us. Why do you need us, and why do we need you? You need us to keep the generation going on, because we are the young ones. You are the elders. So without us, then there is no you to represent you in the time to come. Why do we need you? We need you to guide us towards success, towards the doors of opportunity. I'm glad you have mentioned all those things. you hear from the entrepreneurship to the art industry, the ABCD, it's a list of things you heard from the government directly. You've heard all. Those are all channels of success, channels to success that we need to explore, but you can only do that through uniting. That was just my word. If at all you still want to like remember about what I've said, I have given you the paper copy of my word, and then we can keep from there. Just call me at the paper of what do we
Their
need
contact
now.
here. No?
Yeah. Oh, my contact, my email is there, my
Good. That's
phone number is
fantastic.
there, and then my name is there. So, there we go.
MC, extend the table. I want to hear from you. Tell Mzee, tell Papa here, tell them here, and then for me.
Yes. All right. Thank you very much. My name is MC Joy, as I say. Thank you for coming. It's my first time to see all of you. I used to hear DJ telling me about him. I think I did his email.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I tried to connect, but it failed. I don't know.
So today,
I probably didn't know if it wasn't DJ, I didn't know who it was.
It waited until today as they find it today. So I work with DJ in music. Out there they call us the doctors of trauma. Trauma doctors. We are the doctors. Because with music, is the way it help the people out there. So from back to Africa, we work together as the community representative through music. We just communicate with, it helps us to communicate with many people. When we do music, we go everywhere. And the messages from the music go everywhere and they like it. So I'm glad that you guys you come in, and I'm really happy to see you, to meet you as you are doing part of what we have been thinking. We tried to do it, but we couldn't do it alone. But when you step in, actually, it can give us more courage and give us more power. So thank you, sister. We are here to work with you guys. Thank you, brother. We are here to work with you. Thank you, Papa. We respect you. We love you so much. So we are here. Not everywhere we come from. They are from Arizona. You've been doing a lot, but I think in Arizona we've been doing alone. Yeah, we had the other people, but we couldn't get sometimes on table like this.
I told you, Papa. I told you.
Just communicate through phones, through emails.
Wow.
Or we meet in the performances, you know, we find that we are out of time like that.
Wow.
I'm happy today that we are stuck together, we are interacting, we are getting all the messages, different informations. And not ending today, I think we are going to continue the journey together. So I know together, if we combine our effort, I think we're going to do something.
Yeah.
So here I do music, the religious music.
Gospel.
Yeah, connect.
And can I add to that, me and Jack? What's crazy about Arizona, y'all gave me a whole nother history. Because around here, they say the best place for young people is Portland or Oregon and Arizona. I mean, and you know what I found out that was when I started? No, but I figured it out. Because I'm smart, right? I figured it out. What they mean is Arizona got the most money that they give to white families, not immigrants and not black people. Because I'm telling you, Arizona and Portland is 1 and 2. I probably got 100 job offers from Portland, but to come and just work with the black community, not the whole community. So I told them no. I told them no, I'm serious. I got one great offer, like 250 grand, just to come and give my ideas to that community. They begged me to come. But when I found out, no, it's isolation there. That's what you're saying. What Dayton Dayton, you can make it happen in Dayton. You can make it happen in Dayton. And like I said, if we even tighten this piece up right here, we'll be able to go to the city commissioner where you got commissioners that support this and say, this is what we need. No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
Here's what we feel in Dayton. I'm talking about the black community. We just do this. We don't do this. We talk a good game, but I'm a Christian, I won't cuss. We talk a good game, but that's all we do is talk here. The black community here just talk. They don't do nothing. Even the people that I work with as a nation building warrior, they do more talking, right? So with me, I'm a part of Oakland. I work with Oakland Nation Builders and Warriors. I'm working in Cleveland with Paul Hill. I'm working with Baltimore. I'm working with DC now because here it's just talk. And so what I'm saying as a community, as Congo, as an African community, if you're progressive and you go from protest, right, protest to progress, everything can happen for you. Just showing up with 10 or 15 people, we don't even do that. So we should never complain in Dayton, Ohio about what they're not doing for the black community. They're not doing it because we're reactive and not proactive. So I'm just giving y'all the history of what's really happening here. They don't respect us because all we do is talk. All right? So y'all can't just talk. Or I'm not going to be talking with y'all because I get it done. I'm proving that I'm working in Yellow Springs now with Dave Chappelle, the comedian. His mom, I'm finding out, it's so nice in Yellow Springs because if you got some ideas and stuff, Dave Chappelle is not going to come out and say he supports it, but he got channels that they support the people in Yellow Springs. So let's say if y'all were in Yellow Springs, instead of coming to Bible, you would go, there's some other places you would go, and what they would do is make sure that you have an opportunity. It don't mean nothing's guaranteed, but you get an opportunity. So you got cities like Yellow Springs and stuff do that. The Dave Chappelle. Then you go into Springfield. They got artists that do stuff. So what I'm saying, there's help. You got to be willing to search for it. There's help out here. There's help. And in Dayton, there's help. There's help. There's help. We ain't doing it. We're not doing it. I'm disappointed by Daytonians, especially African Americans. I'm disappointed. But I do other stuff, so I work with other cities. I'm disappointed because we do a lot of talking. But Dayton is a good place to talk to the commissioners, county and city. Matt will come out here and sit and be excited. If he was in there, he'd be like, whoa, he's so because he does immigrants. When we hooked DJ, we met the next day, didn't we?
Yeah,
we went out the next day. We went and ate. 4 days later, they was taken care of.
That was gonna take months. So just took 2 days. Everything was settled.
It was settled. And this is not the only family. I got a family, which is a white family. I forgot. Somebody else from England, right? And they live in Moraine. Hooked them up. Called, got the contact. She's like, I can't believe this happened. We've been here 7 years. Got her a job. The niece wanted to go to school. Got her in school. Like even the school. I know you in Cleveland. We need to hook him up with Barbara Hill. That's when we need to hook up Barbara Hill. So I can bully him and say, no, okay, I got one of my sons there. Like you threw DJ on me. Take care of him. And look. Paul, you talking about Paul Hill's wife? She is like, Paul Hill's wife is.
She's a nut. No?
No, look. If I was her age, I'll marry her. She is like so, oh wow. I just say, thinking about her, she is like, and she takes care of the entire Cleveland community. So we got to make that connect for you.
And you know what, Papa? When I was talking to her, she told me part of her DNA is from the Congo.
Yeah!
See, that's why
they did. Oh, that's why I got tricked. That's why they tricked me with you. Oh, damn. Esther Rowe would say. Yeah, she is like, when we were in London, we went to London. Now, this is great. I can't go to Congo, but in 2 years, I'm going to Ghana a week, Egypt a week. Then I'm going to have fun in London because I really love the black community in London.
Oh.
But I'm in part of Rites of Passage and Paul here.
Yeah, and Paul
and we're
Hill,
going
definitely.
2022. We're going for 3 weeks, right? And when we were in London 2 years ago, we were in London. I went to Paris. But Paris looked like Detroit, but they said I was on the black side of Paris. I didn't like Paris, but I love London. But she walked in London and she could talk all the different languages there. But you're right, that's probably what it is.
Yeah, that's true. See,
She
I
21. She's mastered 21 languages.
Wow.
Oh no!
yeah, I was like,
Feels
really?
Oh man, she is like. I'm gonna bring her to the culture festival. I just want to make sure she's such a queen that I can talk. She said, "I'll come stay at your house." I want to really make sure my house was right for her to stay at because she's a true queen. Oh yeah, she's wrote 13 dissertations.
Wow.
Yeah, she's just, she's just something real different. So I told Paul, it's because of her,
Wow.
there's a balance here.
Yeah.
It's really hurting him.
Jack, I gotta go to another meeting.
Okay, you good.
But
Thank you very, very, very much.
Thanks.
I think you've all have said, but let me say not the last word because we are still talking, but I want to just introduce him, this gentleman. He's coming late and he's still going to Michigan. He has a service he's going to do in Grand Rapids. Yeah, and I wanted to introduce these people to you. This is my papa, our papa, not my papa for now. Right? So it's good that he has seen you today. The next time you meet him somewhere, he's like, we've been considering other elders in Changwali, other elders in our community, like we consider your father and the rest. So he has been here for me, but today was the day that at least I've seen many more people meet him like this. And he never came alone, he came with a team. Some people have already gone. But
So what's your name and what do you do?
my name is Darshia Kaur.
I'm sorry, I don't get me. Yes.
let us know whenever you want us to.
Your name, what do you do? Oh, wait, sorry.
My name is Darshia Kaur. I'm a cultural worker and an educator and an advocate.
You think you're a cultural worker?
Yeah.
What does that mean to be a cultural worker?
To me, what it means to be a cultural worker, I do work in the realm of cultures. That looks like teaching a class called Cultural Humility for Working with Youth in the Teacher Education Department at Wright State, as well as I'm actually building an intentional community in my house. And my house is called The Heart, the House of Healing Hearts. And so we are developing a culture inside of the house, a culture of healing, a culture of collaboration and cooperation, working together to uplift all of us by focusing on our culture. So tapping into culture, traditional cultures, our ancestors, as well as creating culture together. So it's kind of just in the realm of cultural studies.
So what do you do for the program?
In the Neighborhood Kids program, I do, we called it different things. One called the Circle of Trust, or otherwise known as mind-body work. And so we do everything just from checking in, how are you feeling today, helping the youth identify their feelings, and feel like they can trust themselves and one another to share and myself. And then also learning different techniques like self-soothing techniques, calming techniques, ways that they can, once again with trust, right? So sometimes we feel things in our body, feel feelings, and sometimes it feels like our body's betraying us. Like, why is all this stuff going on? I don't like this. And so learning how to become friends with our feelings, understand our feelings, sit with them, and breathe through them so that we can make decisions that allow us to trust ourselves, right? By acting out of intention instead of out of reaction.
Why is what you do so important for young people right now, specifically in society?
What I'm doing is so important right now because so much is happening to kids and parents and other adults in their lives also have a lot going on and maybe don't have the time or the energy or the knowledge to sit down and give kids a chance to express themselves of how they're experiencing everything that's happening to them right now. Maybe feelings of powerlessness and things like that. So not only is it important for them to be able to express themselves, but to be able to do something about it. And it's like, you do have power, you do have agency to change your experience. Even if it's just within the realm of your body and your mind and your spirit. You can control that, you can do things about that to have the experience that you have. And then also kind of on a side note, I taught the kids a couple weeks ago how to do hand massages. So like on a physical body, how to soothe. And now they're going to be on the online school, but even before online school, everyone's on their devices, you know, but now even more devices, right? More sitting, hands, stuff. So really letting that energy move through the body so it doesn't get stuck. Whether that energy is emotional energy, whether that's just like cramping, physical energy that's stuck. I think it's really important that we let all that move. Especially in times when maybe they're not getting their extracurriculars, they're getting to play their sports and run around and things.
What advice would you give to parents right now as they're seeing their child kind of feeling sad or what advice would you give to parents?
I would say for parents right now, the power of even just expressing our feelings and our vulnerability is pretty huge because when we feel our feelings, especially if they're like fear, anxiety, like these things that maybe trigger that fight or flight response inside of us, and high stress, whether it's for the adult or the child, it actually turns off part of our brain. And so we're operating from survival, emotional parts of our brain, but the logical part of our brain helps us kind of integrate our life experience and be able to keep moving forward. That part shuts off. And so even the act of asking myself, how do I feel right now? And thinking, what is the word to describe how I feel? And then speaking that, it turns back on that part of the brain so that we're operating from a full brain and we have access to our full power and everything that the offers. So even just that moment of like turning that part of the brain back on, and then the vulnerability and the trust that becomes built between a parent and a child or a family, when you are able to be vulnerable and say, I'm scared too. It's okay. You know, and that vulnerability can go a long way in building that trust. Thank you. There's the right side and the left side. And they help you with different things. One side it helps you with math, science, things that are like very logical. Like 1 + 2 = 3. And the other side helps you with art and music and being creative. So sometimes you may feel like you're strong on one side and you're not strong on the other side. Or maybe you have to take a math test at school and your brain's feeling kind of foggy, like, I don't know how to think like that right now. So this breathing technique can help you open your brain so that you can be good at science and art, which will help you with all of our other teachers. So we're going to do one more breathing, okay? So put your hands on your chest. And I want you to breathe in and out and feel your chest going up and down. So you feel your chest going up and down? Okay. So now I want you to put your hands on your belly. So when you were breathing in and your chest was going up, now push that air into your belly so your belly comes out when you inhale. So if you can imagine, you're breathing the air in here, it goes in here, it goes all the way into your belly. So like this. Is your belly coming out? Yeah? Sometimes when we're scared or we're uncomfortable, sometimes we don't breathe deeply. We breathe shallow. So we breathe and it just goes to here, like that. But we need that oxygen like we were learning about. We need that oxygen in our body. So if we don't have oxygen, then we're operating at this much, and our potential is this much, and we're only giving this much power. So this is how you operate from your power. Okay? So let's try it again. When you breathe, make the oxygen go all the way into your belly. So good job. So we'll do more of that with me when I see y'all.
All right, y'all give it up. Good luck.